Hello everyone, good morning to our rollers and accessories for sliding, self-supporting and folding doors by Comunello. So thank you so much for being here this morning. We'll be sending the recording of this webinar at the end of the webinar to your email as well. We upload all of our webinars to our YouTube channel, YouTube USA, from USA, I'm sorry, so you can check our recordings right after the webinar. So thank you so much, and we'll be ready to start for our presentation this morning with Alessandro Yasmin directly from Comunello. So Alessandro, good morning.
Good morning to all of you.
Thank you, Alessandro. So now we're ready to start. And at the end of the webinar, if you have any questions, please let us know throughout the question chat. This is the chat that you have on the right side of your screen. If you have any questions by the end of the webinar, we'll have a Q&A so we can answer all of your questions. So Alessandro, you can start.
Thank you. Yeah, today we're going to see mostly the sliding and swing gates accessories. So we'll be pleased to show you all these accessories that we are manufacturing here in Italy. 100% of the products are made here and developed for a long time. As you will see, we will have a very huge catalog on all these accessories, and the reason why this catalog is so huge is because of many different let's say there are many geographical needs, and so in many places customer need different articles to be used in the same for the same purpose. In this means that the catalog is like a sum of many needs that customers have all around the world. That's why sometimes you will see some articles that are like a repetition of what they are necessary for. So let's start first of all with the accessories for the sliding gates. Obviously, with the sliding gates, the name itself will remind of the most important of the article, which is the wheel. The wheels of a sliding gates are, let's say, the most important part that is going to which is necessary to create a sliding gate. Of course, there are also other accessories, but the most important one to choose, the right choice must be done on the wheels, of course. Wheels that are made here with our lading machines, and all our products are very well known for the high quality that they have, and wheels, of course, are something that for us is one of the part of the accessories which is the most important, because they are really really well done with high, very well tested and granted for a million of cycles. So the test of all our products are really well done, and on wheels it is something, of course, very important, because they have to sustain, to have a capacity which is tested, and you will see much more in detail how good they are. Then we can see as other articles that we have in the other type of articles that we have. Of course, in a sliding gate, it's important to choose the rail on the ground, which is very important. It will be, of course, it will have to match perfectly on the wheel that we choose. So depending on the type of wheel, we will have to decide which is also the rail that we are going to install. Another important part of the sliding gates, another important component, is the guide, which is on the top part of the gate. So it is important, of course, a gate to be perfectly done. Of course, in the ground, we need to be very accurate in the choice of rail and wheel, but in the upper part of that, it is very important to choose a guide which allow to have a very straight movement without leaning, without any kind of difficulties while moving. So the upper guide seems to be, even if it is made by simple components such as the plate and the rollers, it is very important because it guides you. It guides the gate in the right direction for all the time, without also the problems that we may have with the wind or with other obstacles that we can have during the movement. After that, there are also side accessories such as the end stop that we have in the bottom, or the upper cover that we will need to choose to let's say the adapter that we can yeah, it is the end stroke that we have in the upper part, which is also necessary to guide to keep the gate when it is in the closed position. After that, we have also this possibility to supply locks, as you can see in number 7, and the racks for the automation when necessary. Let's see now how sorry, just one second. Okay, and now let's see how the wheel is composed. So we have, as I told you, all the wheels are made in steel C40. We have also some accessories which are in steel C40, in stainless steel, sorry, and everything is created to last for a long time. The bearings are are all steel bearings with there are some wheels with 2 or 1 bearings. Of course, the bearings are very important to define which is the capacity of our wheels. It means that if we have, for example, a wheel with a diameter of 100 millimeters with 1 bearing, we will have a capacity. The wheel will have a capacity. With 2 bearings, the capacity will almost be the double. So the bearings are very, very important to define which is the capacity of a wheel. This is something very important, and there are also some other parts which will be important to make the wheel more strong than without some of these parts. One of them is the greasing. We have the greaser that will allow me to lubricate the bearings inside. This greasing system will allow me to have also, in this case, to double the capacity if we are without it. So all these parts you will see at the end, we will have many type of wheels with 1 or 2 bearings, with or without the greaser, and so on. And this will make this will be a big change on the capacity of the wheel itself. So it will make the entire system working much better if we have this type of components which are going to create they are built in the wheel. Then we have also different type of wheels with different supports. Let's say the standard wheel, the normal one is with a pin. So we have a screw, let's say, with all the nuts and so on, that can be used, can be installed directly on the profile of the gate, making a hole from side to side to keep the wheel on the profile. Then we have also different type of supports which will allow me to install the wheel in a different way. Let's see. We have, as I told you, the wheel with 1 bearing and the wheels with 2 bearings. As you can see, this is like the standard pin wheel, which is probably one of the most used of the wheels. So we will have to make a hole from side to side of the profile and then place the wheel on that side. There are some recommendations that we will give you to make the perfect installation with these wheels. As I told you, then there are some version of the wheel, as you can see, with a greaser. So with the greaser, we can lubricate perfectly the bearings inside, and with that, we will be able to grant you a long-lasting, longer lasting of the wheels. In this way, with the lubrication of the bearings, we can also make because of the good lubrication of the bearings, we can also have a bigger capacity than without the bearing. So it's another choice that can be done to reduce the space, how big the wheel is, and have a big capacity on for the gate. Capacity, which is very important to define, and we will see in a few minutes how we can decide which is the right capacity on for a wheel when we are going to choose it. We will have here other, as I told you, there are also the supports that may be different. We saw before the pin wheels. We have also this type of wheel, which is the with external support. It is installed, fixed, directly on the bottom part of the profile. With this type of support, of course, we will be a bit more lifted from the ground if we compare it, for example, with a wheel like the pin wheel, which is really on the bottom part of the profile, and we are inside for more than half of it. Here we are just placed under the profile, so the gate will be lifted for the part which is the bottom of the gate. So if it is a wheel with a 10 millimeter with 10 centimeters of eighth, will be over the ground for at least 10 centimeters. This one is with the plate. The plates will be welded on the. We have to create a niche first of all inside the profile, and creating this niche with all the information that we have from our technical seeder, some instructions that you can find in every box with our wheels. You'll have to create this space, this niche, in order to weld then the plates that we have on the two sides of the wheel. In this way, we will be able to fix it and to install it. It can be, of course, with one or two bearings also in this case. Then this is probably the most used one, the most used among the wheels, because it is with internal support. It is very easy to install because it is not to be welded, it is to be fixed. And this makes the entire installation much more easier. And probably this is one of the most choice, the most most bought of our wheel. It is also with one or two bearings. As you can see here, we have the full range of our wheels. As you can see here, we can see much more. We can have much more information about the type of how is the English word for the groove. The groove is different. So we have we call it V groove, U groove, or a round groove. Depending on the type of the groove, of course, we will have to choose. We have to decide to make the choice for the rail. So as you can see, there are V groove or U groove in the first articles. Then there is also a strange shape of the wheel is the Y groove. Let's say that depending on how heavy is the gate, we will have to choose the wheel. Both in the catalog and in the technical schedules of each product, you will have a capacity declared. Okay, if, for example, I have the wheel 300, the article 300, and the diameter of it is 120. It is a V-grooved shaped wheel, and the capacity of it is 240 kilograms. The two wheels combined will make a total capacity of 480. So if we have a capacity declared on each wheel, installing the two wheels, so we will have the capacity, which is the double together. Technically, we could say that if we install, instead of two, we will install 3 wheels in a gate, we will make it triple. But this is not the truth, because if we install 3 wheels, we cannot grant you that the system will work correctly, will work successfully, because if we are going to fix the wheels not exactly in the same line, just 2 of them will be working, so the third wheel will be completely useless, and it could create damages to the other 2 which are working in the same line. So this is something that we are not able to, that we cannot grant, and we does not suggest neither. As you can see, there is something important. There are also the combined wheels, which is like the article 339. This is something that is used on very for very big gates. Let's say that industrial gates or airports and so on, where the gates are very, very heavy, we can install this 339, which can allow a capacity up to 3 tons. Just a second, we have also the 250, which has a capacity of almost 3,000 kilograms per wheel. It makes together something around 6 tons with the 5 tons with the 2 wheels combined. So there are these. Bigger is the diameter of the wheel, bigger is the capacity, and so bigger can be also the potential limit to use. For example, there is the wheel, the 339, 250, which has the round groove. This has a capacity of 3,000 kilograms per wheel. They are combined, of course. There are 2 wheels. The two combined wheels together will make 6 tons as a capacity, and it is the bigger one that we have. So we have solutions up to 6 tons of gate. Of course, 6 tons of gates are used for very big applications, such as probably military bases or airports or something like this. Okay, so we have here complete view of the type of wheels that we have. Then we can have we have to based on the wheel that we have, or the opposite, let's say, the choice, they must match together perfectly. We have the track. The track can be, we have 2 types of solutions. One is with the track with that to be cemented. So we have to let's say plunge in the concrete the rail, the track, and then with when the concrete becomes hard, we have the installation made. As you can see, there is no need to fill the entire with an iron bar inside the groove of the track. There is no need to place anything, because the concrete will fulfill completely the track when it is installed. So this is the most popular of the application. But we also have other track that can be fixed. So as you can see here, for both the V groove or the round groove, we have both track that can be cemented and other that can be fixed. Let's say that if you are having a substitution of a track, most of time you will have to choose a fixing one, while if it is or also if the concrete already exists, we have to put the fixed one version. While if it is a new installation, probably the best option with a wet cement, with wet concrete, we will have to install a track to be cemented. These are all the track that we have. Very important is this thing. When we have a V-groove wheel, the shape of the groove is always the same. So there is no need to choose a different track. So we have just one version of the track, which fits complete good with all the type of the wheels. But when we have a round groove wheel, we'll have to be very careful on how big is the diameter of the groove. So we will have wheels with groove 15, and generally they are the smaller one, while we have other wheels with the diameter of the groove of the wheel of 19. So when we have the groove of the diameter of 19, we will have to the choice will be we'll go to the track with the G, which stands for big, grande in Italian. While if I have the wheel with the diameter groove 15, the choice will be for the article, for example, 289 P, which stands for piccolo, which means small. And this is very important when we are about to choose which is the track that we have to choose based on the wheel that we decided. We have also some of these articles, as you can see, as the wheels are in stainless steel. Also, some of the tracks are stainless steel. We have also a kit that you can see here, the 287 FP, which is necessary to make the installation to make it very smooth on the ground. So this is a kit that is without the track, which is has to be bought separately, which will allow me to have a very smooth installation. So you cannot feel the bump when you pass over the track. So we will not have that bumping effect that sometimes can be annoying if we have, for example, trucks or something, if we are transporting something, let's say, fragile. When we have instead the groove U-shaped, we cannot provide the profile, which is just a commercial profile made T-shaped, which fit perfectly in the U-groove wheels. Here we have a very simple parts, which are the end stops. We have different type of end stops that can be placed in the ground, and also the end stops on the top of the gate, which allow me to keep it stable when the gate is closed. So these are really simple parts which are important to allow a perfect functioning of the gate without, for example, oversliding. It isn't just something mechanical necessary to stop the gate, and with a rubber cap that they have, it makes it more smooth and without noise. Let's say it's also useful for the residential use. These components, they are very useful for that. And here is the global view of them. The plates, which as I told you are very important to guide the gate in the horizontal movement. So in the upper part of the installation, they are necessary to let the gate sliding in a direction without movements in the let's say without leaning. Here we have different type of plates. Most of them, all of them have rollers. Some of them have also the cover for the rollers, as you can see. So it is like a safety protection for the fingers. If we think about children that may be on the ground on the gate, there is no possibility with this protection to let the fingers goes in the rollers. Otherwise, it can be very dangerous for their life, maybe, but especially for their hands, of course. Here there are different type of rollers that we can supply. Most of them are made with nylon, which is a very strong plastic part, and they are very resistant. The material is chosen because it is less noisy than a metal one. We have also some rollers. One of them is made of brass, and with brass is really mild as metal, but they can be very long lasting, as you can imagine. And here on the right side of this screen, we can see the different type of plates that we have. So rollers and plates that are combined. Racks are those which are used, of course, for the automation. So they will fit perfectly in the pinion of the motor that we will use. Racks that can be module 6 or module 4. Generally, the module 6 is only the 260 30x30, which is used for very huge gate. Very huge gate generally needs a pinion very big, so they are module 6, while the other one are all module number 4. So depending on how big is the gate, we will have to choose the right rack also to install. The racks will be, mostly of them are welded, but with the 266, the article 266, we have also the possibility to fix it on the gate. Locks, we can provide also this type of locks with the handles, of course. So we have this complete choice to fit the entire gate when necessary. Okay. Now we will see. We pass now to the. Sorry, I'm gonna share it now with the sliding gate. We have here the sliding gates. Sorry, the swing gates. Sorry, I did a mistake. Swing gates now. Okay, and so with the swing gates, as I told you, the most important part of the parts is are the hinges, of course. So here there is something much careful that we have to do for the choice of the right hinge. So let's say basically the hinges are the main component that we have to choose. We have the end stops as before, both at the end of the movement, but also in the middle part where the two leaves are going to close when there is in the closed position of the gate. And then we also have, of course, a lock and other accessories. So let's see how the hinges are working. We have to choose of the choice would be the rotation should be placed in the same part. So we can have hinges with internal with on-axis rotation and off-axis rotation. This is very, very important. So the two hinges that we are going to choose when we are going to make a gate must have the same type of rotation. That can be on axis or off axis. And then we have also a third kind of rotation, which is of course it is off rotation, but for opening at 180 degrees, which is a different type of hinge because it is made in three parts. Let's say that is the part that allow me to make this type of opening. We have to think about them as an elbowing movement. So it's kind of arm which is grabbing literally the gate and allow the 180 degrees opening. Here we can see how the internal how the hinges are working. So we have here the on-axis rotation. Generally, these are the hinges with bearings. These are the most popular, probably among these, among the on-axis rotation. So there are two different hinges, a top hinge and the bottom hinge, which are welded on the profile, keeping it keeping the movement and allowing the opening in 90 degrees, let's say. So the bearings, these hinges with bearings are also the hinges we can allow us to have the bigger capacity. Another type of on-axis rotation that we can have is with the clamp hinges. Let's say these are hinges where it is necessary to cut the profile and then insert a pin which has to fit completely on with the profile, and then the clamp hinge is going to hug the pin, and this allow to fix it. Then in the ground we can place another different type of hinge, for example, like a pin hinge, but the rotation must be always in the middle, inside the profile. This is the complete range of on-axis rotation hinges that we have. As you can see, there are different types, as I told you before, because there are many geographical needs and customers of the different areas of Europe and Italy also will need. They prefer to use one type of hinge instead of another. So this is the reason why we have so many different type of hinges in the catalog. Then we have here the off-axis hinges. Generally, these are welded on the side of the profile. It means that they are welded and they will allow to make the movement, and of course, being welded outside, they are an off-axis rotation product. That's the point. So as you can see here, we have these different. Here is much clear that they are used to perform in the same way, but with different type of applications. So we have maybe some kind of hinges with they have with wings, with a C-bolt. So we have different type of application. They are all, every time they are made to be welded anyway. And this is the 180 degrees opening that I was describing you before. As you can see, it can be divided in three parts. So this structure will allow us to open the gate in at 180 degrees. There are few articles which allow us this kind of movement. Of course, the capacity of these hinges will be smaller, because the 180 degrees opening and the structure of the hinge will not allow us to have very huge weights on of the gates. So that is the most important part to when we are about to choose these hinges. Let's talk now about how to choose what is the capacity of an hinge. The hinges will have a declared in the technical CIDUS. Now we are in a few minutes we are going to see how it is made a technical CIDU. They have a capacity declared, but what we declare is when the gate is with L of the same length. Let's say height and length of the gate are the same. It means it is a squared shape. For example, if I have one of the, let's say, the 174 that we have here as a capacity declared of 100 kilograms per leaf, it means that it is 100 kilograms when the shape is squared. If the height is more, when the gate is higher than the length, so the ratio between L and H is below 1, so it means that the height is bigger than the length. The capacity will also be at 100 kilograms. It doesn't affect the capacity. The capacity is affected when the length is bigger than the height, and all our hinges are tested and granted up to 3. So the length cannot be more than 3 times the height. It means that if I have a gate 1 meter high, it can be up to 3 meters long. It cannot be 3.5, for example. If I have this condition, I will not be able to we will not be able to grant you anything, because it will not be tested. It is not tested, so we don't know, and I think also all our competitors have the same issue. It cannot be balanced, and there will be a serious problem of strength, of capacity on the hinges. So you will see that if we will, as I told you, if on the ratio LH 1, we will have 100 kilograms, as I told you. If we have the length which is double than the height, the capacity will be around half of it, so will be around let's say 50 kilograms. If we reach the length triple than the height, we will have a capacity which is half and a half, so it will be around maybe 30 kilograms. So that is the point. When we are reading the technical CIDUS, it's very important to be focused on the capacity that we declare there is a graphic that describe which is the changing of the capacity depending on the length of the gate. This is something very important. And then if we have a bottom hinge and a top hinge which are different, their total capacity will be defined by the smaller one. So if the top hinge is 200 kilograms and the bottom hinge is 100 kilograms capacity, the total capacity of the two will be the smaller one, so 100. It doesn't depend if it is on top or in the bottom, doesn't matter. It will be the minimum, the smaller value will be the capacity that we can grant. It doesn't mean if it is on top or in the bottom. The efforts and the way they have to sustain is exactly the same. It changes just in the position that they are, but sooner or later the maximum weight will have to be supported somehow. Then we have here locks that can be used for swing gates. Of course, these locks are just they just have to fit with the profile that they will match. Then we have the stops, the end stops that we have in the center of the two leaves of two-leaf gate, swing gate. They just have to stop the movement of the gate in the ground, so they will not go in the external part of the on the streets. And here we have we have different type of end stops. Just one of them, the 202 FB, cannot be used with automatic or the automation, because it will allow the release of the gate just pressing, let's say, that with the feet, the swinging part of it. And here we have the complete view of how a gate should be equipped at the end. Okay, let me now show you how in our website, how to choose just one second, how to choose the product, the technical series. I show you right now how they are. Let's go to our home page, which is this one. This is our home page. I hope that you can see it. We have here we have gate and frame. So because we have 4 divisions, we have here now we choose the gate. We go to the gate. So here we have all the type of gates that we can provide. We have the swing gate. Let's go here. We have to see now, we want to see which is the perfect hinge that we can use for our gate, and this is how we are going to make it. So as you can see here, we have really a big range of products. Okay, now we have to check which is the capacity. We have to check, we need to know when we are making installation, which is the right hinge for my use. So I will show you here. We have we choose this one. We want to see if this gate, if this hinge has a right capacity. We have here some indications about the dimension of it, so we can understand how big it is, and if it fits with the need that we have. But here in the download, we can download also the technical sheet. So we have it here, the technical data sheet. With the technical data sheet, we will have here, I will be more focused on it. This part is very, very important. And this allows me to see how big, how much is the capacity of the hinge. For example, as I told you, when L and H are L on H is 1 up to 1, the capacity will not be affected. So it was 500 with the bigger one, with the G. It was 500 declare. It is 500 also if it is the 8 is bigger than the length. If it is happening the opposite thing, for example, let's say when we are at the ratio at 2, so the length is double than the 8th, we will have a capacity will drop down to 470. And when we are at L on H at 3, the capacity will be around 250 maybe. something like this. So as you can see, it is very important when we are going to decide which is the capacity of the hinge that I'm going to choose. It is important to check every time the technical SIDUS, and then here you can have more indication about how to install it and what is the perfect choice. Then it's very important to follow also the indication given in the technical SIDUS. After that, I want just to show you very quickly, and then we finish the choice of the wheel. It is very important for the wheel also to have more information about the capacity of it, which is much easier. Let's see, for example, this one, which is one of the most chosen article. We have here many types, as you can see, all the diameters of wheels, and then we can download the technical SIDUS as before. And here we have a table with all the indications on the dimension of the wheel, and indication also on how to install it. So it is described here that the wheels all the wheels, I mean, cannot be more than 1 meter far from the end of they have to be between 50 and 100 centimeters from the end of the profile, from the end of the gate. And this is something that we recommend to make the perfect installation. Okay, so these are the main points that we can see on wheels and on hinges. Okay. Okay, if you have questions, maybe.
Hello, Alessandro. Thank you so much for sharing all that information. So, Mr. Ron, thank you so much for your message. Now we're gonna open the Q&A. If you have a question, please look onto your right side on the screen. There is a question panel, so you can send us any question or comment about the information that Alessandro just presented to us. So let's just wait 1 minute and check if anyone may have any questions. So just a quick reminder, we're going to be sending this presentation to your email right after the webinar. In case that you may have a project coming up, please let us know. Alessandro, as well as our EPCOM engineering team, will be happy to help you with your next project. So please let us know how can we help you. And well, Alessandro, we don't have any other question at the moment. In case that we might have any project or questions after the webinar, we'll forward that to you.
Great. Pleasure. It will be a pleasure for me to answer to your question that maybe you will have in future. Never mind.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Alessandro, for your time. And we want to also let you know, we're going to be having in-person trainings with Comunello during the next month. And please double check with your sales representative. We're going to be hosting 3 events. This is on Texas, in San Antonio, El Paso, as well as in Miami by the end of the month, next month. So in case that you're nearby, please stop by to talk with the Comunello people directly from Italy. They will be visiting our branches, and we're gonna have special gifts for you. So please stop by. And we have one question just before we leave, Alessandro. From Mr. Ron Enriquez, he's asking us, with selecting the right gate, can you help us with the items together?
Oh yeah, of course we can give you all the indication. They just need to write you, and we will give you all the indications on the right articles that you can install in the gate. For example, the most important data that we need for the choice of the accessories are the length of the gate and the weight of the gate. When we have dimensions, let's say both height and length and weight, we are able to give you all the indications. Well, another thing which can be important is how thick is the profile. So depending on how thick is the profile, we will indicate also which are the guides and for example, for a sliding gate, I'm thinking which are the guides that can fit on the thickness of the gate. These are the most important data that we need to know when we are about to choose the different type of articles that we want to install.
Thank you, Alessandro. And yes, if you have a project, please just send us all your dimensions and we'll be happy to send you the full project list.
Maybe another thing that can be useful, we have in our website a configurator also for sliding gates. That can be helpful. You just need to register yourself. It is in the user area, and you have also the possibility to use the configurator for sliding gates, which is really simple anyway.
Awesome. Let's use that tool as well if you want to just check for products. And then if you have a big project, just let us know. We're happy to help you. We have our engineering team here at AppCom, as well with Comunelo directly with Alessandro. So another question from Mr. Kurt. He's asking us again about this question is, do you have gates kits available?
Gates kits available? Not really. Not really. There are just on cantilever gates, which are a different type of product. But anyway, we don't have really a kits available because, as I told you, there are many different needs on. It is not possible because of the type of wheel, the type of groove. We didn't create we didn't create the kits available. We just have maybe one kit which is an upper and bottom hinge, which we have a code for hinges to be welded, which is made. So it's an upper hinge, the 85 and the 87 on the bottom. They are a kit made of the two hinges, but not really a full kit for the entire gate, let's say, because there are many choices. Let's say there are many articles to be chosen.
Right. So yeah, it will be not custom.
If you have a specific request for kit, we can assemble it through our area managers in the area. She can maybe create a code. It's not very difficult actually to make something like this.
Awesome. Thanks so much for being so willing to help us, Alessandro. So yes, in case that you may have a project with multiple gates and you already know the configuration for all the items, yes, we have the support from Comunelo to create that kit specifically for your project in case that you're going to have a big purchase for that amount of kits. And one last question from Mr. Ron, and he's in Aruba. This is on the Caribbean, and he's asking us, we have a lot of salt in the air. Are you protected against salt?
Well, salt can be a big enemy, let's say, for the early waste of the gate. Generally, on salty environments, are chosen stainless steel products. That is the main thing that we are going to suggest. So for to prevent early waste on steel, stainless steel products are the best option, and they are tested also for a long time on mist and salty environment.
Thank you, Alessandro. Well, perfect. So I guess with that information, we'll be able to finish our session. We invite you, as I mentioned, to check with your sales representative about our in-person trainings that we're going to be hosting next month. So in case that you are nearby, please come by to our Comunelo days that we're going to be hosting. And well, we thank you again, Alessandro, for sharing your time and with all of this information from Comunelo. We hope to see you again pretty soon. And well, I don't know if you want to add anything else.
Just thank you for your attention. I hope to have been clear and I could explain the most important part of these products.
Thank you, Alessandro. Yes, super good information, and we'll be hosting this over our YouTube channel, AppCom USA. So please check it out. And well, we thank you again for your time this morning. We hope to see you again, and have a great day.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. Bye.
Bye, Alejandro. Bye-bye.
Yeah.